Hi students. In today's session, we are going to discuss about what is Python, what are the features, like all these we are going to discuss. So we are going to discuss about uh, all these features we'll discuss. Prakash, can you hear me? So here this Python course is for 2 months. So course duration is 2 months. Within 2 months, we are going to discuss about like all these we are going to discuss. So we'll see about Python features, then installation and data types in Python, number system we'll discuss, and then we'll discuss about string handling, input function, conversion functions, and then we'll discuss about operators in Python, if condition examples, then match case. So in other languages, switch case is there. Here we are using match case. It is introduced in Python 3.10. In the latest version, it is introduced. And here we'll discuss about for loop examples, then while loop examples, collection data types like list, tuple, set, dictionary. All these we are going to discuss. And then we are going to discuss about string manipulations, then regular expressions, functions, exception handling, file handling, modules and packages. Like all these we are going to discuss in core Python. So in advanced Python, we are going to discuss about object-oriented programming. So we'll see like all the concepts in OOPS, like encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, data abstraction, like what all OOPS concepts are there, all we are going to discuss like in detail with examples we are going to discuss. And here we'll discuss about creating desktop applications. Desktop application, we can call it as a GUI application, graphical user interface application, or Windows applications. So in advanced Python, students will learn how to create the form with controls, how to design the form with labels, text boxes, buttons, and other controls. And then we'll see how to integrate the application with the database, storing data in tables, accessing the data. All these we are going to discuss. So advanced Python will be on GUI application only. So core Python will be like CUI application, character user interface application, like typing the program, executing, like what we do in C language. So in core Python, we'll do it in the same way. And in advanced Python, we'll focus on desktop applications. And here we'll work with, after desktop applications examples, we'll see working with internet and email, then networking, multi-threading, database programming. In PDBC, in Python database connectivity, we'll work with different databases like SQLite database, then MySQL, then SQL Server, and then like here Oracle. All these databases we are going to use here, and we'll connect the desktop applications with the different databases. And here web scraping chapter is there that we are going to discuss here. And here we'll see Python 3.7, 3.8, 3.9, 3.10. All these features we are going to discuss, like what is introduced, like with programs, with examples, we are going to discuss. So here, if you want to see the latest version of Python, here we have to use python.org. I'm using here. So here when I type python.org in the browser, so in downloads you can see here Python 3.10.4 is there. So this is the latest version that you can see here. This is the latest version. Okay, Python 3.10.4 is the latest version. Okay, so we are going to use this, and here we are going to see the like features introduced in the previous versions, like with examples we are going to discuss. And here we are going to discuss about advanced Python files or Python libraries are there, like Pandas, NumPy, Scientific Python, Seaborn, Matplotlib, all these are there. Like all these, we are going to see with examples. And here we are going to work with unit testing also. After completing all these, then here we'll see what is unit testing, like why we should use. So testing is done by the testers. Okay, but if a programmer wants to do testing, whether the code is correct or not, whether it is executing or not, like to check the code, here we are going to check the code. So to test the code, to check the code, unit testing is used. So for unit testing, like unit testing is done by the developer, that we are going to discuss here. Okay, so unit testing also we'll see in the last. And here every day I'm going to send you the notes, and I'm going to send you the recorded session of the Python class. Every day I'm going to send, and here I'm going to send all these notes to your mail IDs here. So here you can see folders are there, database chapter, GUI chapter, internet email, multi-threading. Like here you can see all these. Like all these I'm going to send to your mail IDs. Day wise notes is there, and chapters wise notes is there. All I'm going to send here. So in my classes I'm going to focus on theory and programming also. So from each chapter I'm going to cover at least like 20 to 25 examples from each chapter. Okay, so here students can learn programming also, so their programming skills also will improve, because here we are going to see many examples. So how, like I'm going to take offline classes, online classes also will be in the same way. Okay, here also we'll see many programs, and also in advanced Python also we'll see many examples. And we can say like this is like a project oriented training. So project oriented training means we'll focus on theory part as well as programming also, so that the students programming skills can improve. So after completing this course, like core and advanced Python course, students can work on projects, because we are not going to discuss only just the basics. Here we are going to discuss about here we are going to discuss about the programming also. Here, what all examples I'm going to give, all will be the real-time examples. And from every chapter, we are going to discuss about interview question and answers. Like from every chapter, we'll see like what questions will come from that chapter. All those we are going to discuss. Okay, and here, like after completing core and advanced Python, so we are going to discuss about the project also. Like project also we are going to discuss. So that project will be on desktop application and database integration. So desktop application means we are going to create login page, registration page, and other screens we are going to discuss, then generating reports. Like all these we are going to discuss in that project. So that project will be like for 1 week or 10 days. Like don't expect that it will be like for 1 month or 2 months like that. Okay, after completing core and advanced Python, we are going to discuss about the project, and that project will be on desktop application, Windows application with database integration will be there. Okay, so here from every chapter, I'm going to give assignments, and in every class, I will interact with the students and I will ask questions. Like it is like offline class only. Okay, so students can interact with me. What all doubts they have, they can ask me. And when I give the assignments, I will check all the assignments, and I will give you the feedback. Like all these will be there. Okay, so now here when we are working with this, when we are working with Python here, so here Python is called as a powerful language, and it is called as a general purpose programming language. Okay, so it is a powerful language like Java and C Sharp in .NET. It is powerful language. Why we are calling it as powerful language is any application or any software can be developed in Python. So it will not have any limitations. It does not have any limitations. Okay. So it is called as general purpose programming language. So general purpose programming language means like any type of application or any type of project can be developed using Python. So it can be desktop application, or it can be a website, or it can be scientific or engineering applications, like which contains mathematical and numerical calculations. Okay, and next is it is used to develop networking applications, like where communication is possible. So networking applications means like a go-to meeting is there, and Google meetings is there, Zoom is there, Skype is there, like all these comes under network applications. In mobiles we'll use like WhatsApp is there, and like Facebook, then Instagram, then Telegram, like Snapchat. All these comes under networking applications, because where people can communicate. So if you want to develop all these applications, like with transferring the text or audio video streaming, then all this is possible. Okay, and if you want to develop games or animation applications, so using Python it is possible. Okay, and here this Python is developed by Guido van Rossum in the year 1989. In 1989 it is developed, and initially it is introduced as an internal project for Mathematical Research Institute called CWI, located in Netherlands. Okay, and within 2 years it is released for public. In 1991, Python language or Python software is released for public, so that IT companies or other companies can use Python, and they can develop the softwares. Like all this is being done. Okay, so Python is introduced in the year 1989, like 30 more than 30 years. So 30 years back, this Python is introduced. Okay, and this Python has become popular from last 7 8 years. It has become very popular. So before that, in the starting years, it is not very popular. Only in some universities it is there as syllabus, and only in some companies Python is being used. And like from last 7 8 years, we are seeing like Python, for Python demand is increasing, and it is now Python is in the top place. Like it is now it is we can say it is equal to Java also. Okay, and now even it is the crossing Java also. Now it is in the top list, because Python and other Python related courses are there. They are having very good demand in the market now. So according to the IT demand, according to the industry demand, like many new related Python related courses are being introduced. Okay, so here if you take Java here, Java is introduced in the year in 1995. It is introduced, and Microsoft .NET is introduced in the year 2000. So before Java, before .NET, this Python is there. Okay, so like it is, I'm saying it is 30 years back. It is introduced. Okay, so but suddenly it has become popular. Like why it has become popular? What is the reason? All these we are going to see in today's session. We are going to discuss. And here, when we are working with this Python here, so using Python, we can perform mathematical and numerical calculations. So in any application, if you want to perform calculations, okay, then by using Python, it is possible. In some applications, calculations are required. Okay, so in that case, we can use Python for mathematical and numerical calculations, and Python is used for automation. Okay, so whenever Python, we can say that it is automation expert. Whatever work we are doing manually in the applications, like typing the text, clicking on the buttons, all these whatever work we are doing manually in the applications, in websites, in any software, then automatically we can do with Python. So not only in applications, in softwares, in any devices, in any device, if you want to go for automation, okay, software automation, then by using Python, it is possible. So about automation, then about robotics, all we are going to see in the next sessions, not in today's session. And here Python is used to handle big data also. So whenever you want to handle large amount of data, which is in terabytes or petabytes, then by using Python programs or by using Python scripts, it is uh, it is possible. Okay, like for example, if you are working with social networking sites, in social networking sites, day to day, like it works with a huge amount of data which is in terabytes or petabytes. Or else if you take e-commerce websites, online shopping websites, there also it deals with a large amount of data. Or else if you take a cloud computing applications, okay, so in that case, like if you say cloud computing, like we can see Amazon Web Services, then Google, Microsoft Azure, all these are there. So all these are deals with cloud computing applications. So even cloud computing applications works with a large amount of data, so which is in terabytes or petabytes. So while working with all these websites or applications, so if you want to manage the data related to websites or applications, then Python programs or Python scripts are used. Okay, so in that case, Python we can use it. And using Python, as I said before, any application or any project can be developed using Python. Okay, any application. Here there is no limitation here. Any application we can develop here. Okay, so here when we see the differences between Java and Python. Like when students learn courses, like students will be having what courses to learn, so which is having good demand in the market, or which course can give job quickly, and like which course is learning for learning it is easy. Like all these students will think. Okay, like for example, if Java is there, like to learn Java, it takes time. Like core Java, advanced Java, J2W, many frameworks, all will be there. So to be master, to be expert in Java, it takes 6 months. Again, if a student do the project, again it will extend. Okay, so here Python means it takes 2 months. So within 2 months you can complete core and advanced Python, and after that you can apply for developer jobs. So Python developer or Python programmer jobs you can apply. Okay, so using Python, only with Python we can develop many applications or different softwares we can develop. And here when you are working with Java here, like with Java, like when we see the demand in market, so before the for Java market is good. Now if you take US market, so there also Java is down and Python market is increasing, because Python and Python related courses are having a very good demand. Okay, and here when you see the Java market in India, here also it is down only. But in our universities, students, in our universities, Java is there in their syllabus. So their students will be learning and they are doing their final year projects, then major projects, and they are doing internships in Java. Okay, so that's why we'll say like many are learning. Okay, but now that is changed here. In even in India also, like students, those are doing their academic projects, they are doing in Python and Python related courses, they are doing. So in India, when we see the like engineering BTech, like in computer science, we can see specialization. Okay, like we can see like data science, artificial intelligence, then IoT, because all these are having demand. So even universities, they are introducing these as a specialization, so they can be expert in that particular area. Okay, so here when you take Java here, so in Java we can develop enterprise applications. So enterprise applications means that they can be used in numerous systems, a number of systems, even where legacy systems are there. Legacy means old systems are there. Okay, and using Java, we can develop websites, mobile applications. All these can be developed. Okay, so coming to this Python, as I said that in Python we can develop desktop applications, websites, then scientific applications, scientific and engineering applications, and we can see the networking applications, games, animation softwares, like all these can be developed using Python. Like all these possibilities are there here. Okay, and here when you are learning Python here, so when you learn Python, so you can complete this core in advanced Python within 2 months. You can complete, and while learning Python, you can learn a UI technologies course. Those who want to work as developers or programmers, those who want to work as Python programmer or Python developer, or those who want to work as software engineers. Okay, so along with Python, they have to learn UI technologies course. Like this is also basic course only, so it is used for designing the web pages. So here in UI technologies course, you can learn HTML, HTML5, JavaScript, CSS, jQuery, Bootstrap, DOM, document object model. All these you can learn. So this also will take 40 days. So within 40-45 days, you can complete all these in UI technologies like HTML, JavaScript, CSS, jQuery, Bootstrap, DOM, all these. Okay. So if students know these, all these, it is good only. Okay. But those who are new to this programming and courses, so along with Python, if you learn this, okay, so any developer or any programmer, those who are in IT field, like they should know this basic course. It is used for designing the web pages, and you need to know how all these frameworks or libraries will work. Okay, after completing Python and UI technologies parallelly. So to save the time, you can learn parallelly. After that, you can learn Django. So Django or Django is there. So Django is a framework used for developing websites. So if you want to develop websites, then Django framework is used. So here we have many frameworks like Flask is there, and many other frameworks are existing. Django is very popular. So I'm going to teach Django also. So for the developing websites, it is used. Okay. So Django framework is completely in Python only. It is developed in Python language. In Python software, it is developed. Okay. And here I'm saying frameworks here. Okay. So when we say framework, frameworks are developed in programming languages like in Python, in Java, in C Sharp, in .NET, it is developed. So Django framework, it is completely in Python, and it contains Python files or modules are there. Python files or modules. We can say libraries also. Okay. So if you are interested to learn Django, first you have to complete Python. Okay. And after completing Python, you can learn Django. So without knowing Python, if you want to learn Django, it is not possible because it is completely in Python only. So here, when we say about the courses here, these three is the like combination here: core and advanced Python, then UI technologies, and Django. So when you learn these three technology, it is like a package. So when you learn these three courses and when you go for interviews, then companies will give you the chance to work on projects. Okay. So only with core and Python, core and advanced Python means like they may ask like, do you know Django? Because they may have websites also. So you need to develop websites also. So if you learn these three courses, then like if the company is having projects on Python or Django, then they can assign you the projects. All this is done. Okay. So this is one stream. Students, this is one stream. Okay. And here another stream is after learning core and advanced Python, you can see many other courses like which are having good demand in the market now. Okay, like after learning core and advanced Python, students can learn DevOps is there. Okay, DevOps is there, AWS is there, like Amazon Web Services, and next is data science is there, and next machine learning is there, and next one is artificial intelligence is there, IoT is there, Internet of Things is there, and next is the VLSI, embedded systems, then reporting tools, then SAS is there, and testing tools is there. Like many other courses are there. Like whichever course is suitable for you, you can choose. Like if you are good in programming, programming related courses are there. If you are not interested in programming, like you can choose the other courses also. Like here you can say testing tools is there. So testing tools you can do with Python. You can testing also can be done. Like here we can see Selenium is there. Okay, so with Selenium you can do with Python testing. Instead of Java, we can use Python. With Selenium, we can use it. So here many courses are there which are very useful, and those are working as database administrators. Even for database administrators, even for administrators, and even for SQL developers. Those are working on databases, tables, those are writing SQL queries. Even for administrators, even for SQL developers, SQL developers, Python is very, very useful because in Python, they can write the programs to perform administrative tasks. Whatever administrative tasks are there, we can perform using Python. And whatever developer tasks are there, SQL developer tasks, so they can be performed by using Python. Using Python, it can be so they can be performed. That possibility is there here. Okay, so depends on the requirement, we can choose like which course is good and which course is suitable. Like all these we can check, and we can students can select the courses. That possibility is there. And even in next sessions I'll tell what is the use of data science, what is the use of artificial intelligence, like what are the testing frameworks. Lot of things are there. So we'll see all one by one. We are going to discuss here. Okay, so here when we are working with this Python here, like we can see many versions, like Python 1.0, then 2.0, then 2.7, then 3.0. Okay, then 3.6, 3.7, 3.8, 3.9, 3.10, like all these versions we are seeing. Okay, like we can see like suddenly, like for Python, we can see there is a drastic change, and all started using it. So in companies also Python is being used, and students are learning Python online, offline, they are learning, and they are attending interviews, they are getting jobs. All this is happening. Okay, so what happened to Python suddenly, why it has become popular, all these we'll see now. So when we are working with Python 3.0, after Python 2.7, 3.0 is introduced. So Python 3.0 is introduced as a new language. It is introduced as an independent language. Python 3.0. I'm telling about Python 3.0. It is introduced as an independent new language or independent language. Python 3.0, it is the version of Python only. Okay, but it is introduced as a new language or independent language. So it has got all new features and new modules, new functions. Everything is new. So they have given a new face to Python. So we can say before Python 3.0 and after Python 3.0 we can say, because we can see that drastic change we can see here. So when Python 3.0 is introduced, it is introduced as a new language and independent language. So independent language, why I am saying is there we cannot say backward compatibility. So backward compatibility is not there. Like what all features are there in Python 1.0, 2.0, 2.7. So they are not carried to Python. They are not carried to Python 3.0. So there we can see break. So we can see break there. Okay. So when we are saying about this Python 3.0, so it is not supporting the features of 2.7 or 2.0 or 1.0. Like here in 3.0, we can see the completely it is changed. Okay. So when Python 3.0 is introduced in the market, then for Python demand started increasing, companies started using it. Okay. And students also started learning. All these happen here. Okay. So here when we are seeing the versions of Python here, so Python software is maintained by Python Software Foundation or Python community. Python community or Python Software Foundation we can see here. Okay, Python Software Foundation we can see here. So as I said before, Python is introduced by Guido van Rossum. So Guido van Rossum is the father of Python. Okay, but after that, what all versions are coming? So they are maintained or they are introduced by Python Software Foundation or Python community. So Python community is a very large community. Thousands of programmers or lakhs of programmers are working for this software, Python software or Python language. Okay, so great people are working for this great software. Okay, and here this Python community is releasing new versions, then introducing, adding new features. All these they are doing it. And the Python community, they're available in other websites. They're available in social networking sites, in forums, in QA science, they're available. Okay, like those are working on Python live or real-time projects, or they are working on Django, or they are working on data science, or machine learning, artificial intelligence, IoT, or those are working on Python-related projects. Python-related projects. While working on projects, if any technical issue is there, or if they are unable to do the task, then they can communicate with online and they can communicate with Python community online, and they can get the solution for the problem. So they can solve the issues easily. Okay, so Python community, they are helping the IT companies or programmers. They are those who are working on live or real-time projects. So whatever issue is there, technical issue is there, whatever problems that we face while doing projects in Python, in Django, data science, artificial intelligence, machine learning, IoT, in any project. So we can communicate with them, we can discuss with them, and we can get the solution for that. So they are ready to give the solution for any problem that we face in the projects. So they are giving assistance while doing the projects, and they are giving assistance while the projects under production. Okay, while maintaining the projects also, if any issues are there related to softwares or related to hardware, or if any project is not running, and if any issues are there, so they are going to give the technical support. That advantage is there. So from 2020 onwards, Python community, they have already announced. They said that they are going to. They said that they are going to give technical support only for the projects which are being developed in Python 3.0 and later versions. So if any company is developing Python projects in 2.7, okay, Python 2.7, so they are not responsible to give the technical support. So the company should do projects in Python 3.0 and later versions. Then Python community is responsible to solve the issues. Okay, so that is the use of this Python community. And the companies which are working on old projects, like if they're already having Python old projects, if they have developed, they have to migrate to latest versions. So if any company is having Python 2.7 projects, they have to migrate their projects to 3.0 and later versions. And what all issues will be there? So Python community is going to solve the problem. And here when we are working with this Python here, so Python we can call it as a Python will call it as a beginner's language. So without having any programming knowledge, without knowing C language basics, then the students can directly start with Python. Okay, so it is a beginner's language. It is like a nursery level. Like without having any software knowledge, they can start with Python. And here this Python software is a friendly language, so you can easily understand the language and you can do coding, and it is easy to learn also. Like any student can learn easily this Python software, easy to learn and easy to use also. So why it is easy is Python syntaxes we can remember easily, and we can do coding here. Okay, Python syntaxes we can remember easily. They are very simple. And Python rules and regulations we can easily follow. Every language will have some rules. Python rules we can easily follow. And Python is more understandable and it is more readable. So students can easily understand. So IT student can learn Python. Non-IT student can learn Python. Okay, and those are from civil engineering, mechanical engineering, automobile engineering. Those are from electrical background, electrical and electronics and communication background. Like those are from MBA marketing or finance. Those are from commerce background. Like any student can learn Python. So it is easy. It is easy to learn, and all the students can learn easily, and they can work with Python. That possibility is there. So see, these are not my words. Python community is saying. If I'm saying, if these words are from my side, if I'm saying, you may not believe. So these words are from Python community. Python Software Foundation is saying. See, whatever you are seeing on the screen, I'm saying the same thing here. Okay, so anyone can learn Python. It is easy. Like students may have doubt, like can I learn this language, or will I understand this? Can I do programming? Like students may have all these doubts, but Python is it is a friendly language. It is easy to learn. It is here before I said it is beginner's language. You can directly start with Python. You can understand the coding, everything you can understand. And here when we are saying about this Python here, so Python we can call it as a lightweight software. So Python is a lightweight. So in softwares also we can see lightweight softwares. Like for example, Google Chrome is there. It is lightweight. Okay, many browsers are there. We are going to use Google Chrome because it is lightweight. So we can work with the websites easily. It will not take time to work with websites. Okay, now I'm using Windows 10. Windows 11 is there. Windows 10 or Windows 11 is lightweight. Before Windows 7 is there. So Windows 7 complete architecture is different. So it works slow. So if even in operating systems also we'll see lightweight. So they will work fast. Okay, so Python is lightweight. Lightweight meaning is write less, do more. So here we have less coding. So with less coding, we can do the tasks. Okay. So like in Python community, they have developed hundreds of modules or thousands of modules. So by using them, applications or projects applications or projects can be developed. Okay, so in Python, 90% of the coding is already done. 90% of the coding used in the projects is ready. So when we are doing the projects from our side, we should give 10% of the coding. 10% of the coding we should contribute. Okay, if 10% coding is given, then application development will finish. So here in Python, application development is very fast. Here you can see application development is very fast. So it will not take days together to complete the project. So when you take C, C++, Java, .NET, so they are not lightweight. They are not lightweight like languages. Okay. So in C or else in Java, we have to write hundreds of lines of code, or we have to write thousands of lines of code, or there we have to give 100% coding. 90% plus 10% we should give. So in every project, we have to start from the scratch. From the beginning, we need to from the beginning we have to start. Okay. So here when we are working with this when we are working with this Python here, so Python software is lightweight and Python applications also lightweight. So whatever applications you develop, even websites, so they will work faster. So lightweight applications means they take less memory and they will work fast. So if any application is taking less memory, it works faster. Whatever applications you develop in Python, they are lightweight applications. Okay. So here what I'm saying is a Python software or Python language is lightweight and Python applications are also lightweight. And here when we say about Python here, so Python is platform independent and it is machine independent. So Python software works in any operating system. Okay, and Python applications also will works in any operating system and in any machine they'll work. Like Java, we can say Python it is platform independent and also it is machine independent. Okay, so Python software works in any operating system and Python applications will works in any operating system. Python applications will work. Okay, and how they'll work all these means that we'll see, like like why Python software works in any operating system, why Python applications works in any operating system in any machine, how it is possible. So here we have Python virtual machine is there. Using that it is possible. That we are going to see in tomorrow's session. We are going to discuss it. Okay, so Python is a platform independent and also it is machine independent. Python works in any OS and it works in any machine, in low and high configuration machine. So if the system is having any CPU architecture, so with any CPU architecture, if system is there, Python applications will work. Okay, and Python has scalability also. So scalability means with the Python, performance is very, very good compared with Java programs or Java applications. Like we can say less performance. But here when we see about Python applications or Python programs, then Python applications or projects performances will be very good, because here we'll write less programs, like less coding will be there, small programs will be there. If less coding is there, then it will work faster. Faster execution will be there. Okay. And next is here we can see using Python we can develop versatile applications. So any application we can develop using Python. It can be highly secured applications, or it can be scientific computing applications, or if you want to develop applications for government organizations or any business, for any organization, if you want to develop applications, then by using Python it is possible. So in the beginning of this class, what I said is, so using when we work with Python, so Python is used for mathematical and numerical calculations, and Python is used for automation, and Python is used to handle big data. So any application you can develop using Python. In the beginning of the session, I've told all this. So now what I said is Python software is lightweight. Python applications are lightweight. Okay. And Python is a platform independent and it is machine independent. And when we say about Python, Python has a scalability, like performance is very good. Python applications will work faster. So that the difference we'll see in the next session, like how Java program will works, how the .NET how the Python program will works, why Python works faster, like all these differences we are going to discuss. Okay, and using Python, any application or any project we can develop. All these uses or advantages are there. Okay, students. So students, I'm stopping now. Okay, and like if you have any doubts regarding the course or anything, like if you have any doubts, yeah, now you can ask me. The students can talk to me now. If you have any doubts regarding the course or regarding the syllabus or like duration, timing, anything, you can ask me now.
Hi sir, actually I'm working as a data engineer. So how this course will help me?
You are working as a data analyst, huh?
Yeah, right.
See, to work with to like in data science is related to data analyst only. Okay, so to learn data science, Python is used, because while working with data science, we can see many Python programs or scripts. So that will be with Python only. Okay, so here working with data means here we'll use different libraries are used, advanced libraries like Pandas, NumPy, like all these are there. So they are used in data science. So data science means it related to data only. Okay.
Okay, got it.
So you are not into programming. Huh? You are into taking the data, generating reports. All these you'll do.
Yes, yes, yes.
Then that is done with data science only. So to learn that course, initially you have to start with Python, core and advanced Python. After that, you can go for data science that deals with the data, generating reports, all these.
Sure, actually I'm working with Spark and it's using Python, so it's a PySpark.
Okay, okay. So then there also you need to work with there also Python is required. No? So to learn
Yeah,
the
yeah,
basics programming, this will be very useful.
yeah, sure. And so the course will take two months, right?
Yeah, 2 months will be there.
And what about practical knowledge?
See, here I will explain many programs in core and advanced Python. More than 300 programs will discuss in the class. And I will give you assignments also. Like only with the practice, you can be good. Like practicals means whatever I'm telling in the class, if you practice and if you try some programs of your own, and if you do the assignments, what I'll give, then you'll be good in programming also. Like when it comes to practice. Okay.
Actually, I want to develop my logic. That's
See,
why I'm
that's what.
here.
See, here we'll discuss from the beginning. Like without having any programming knowledge, you can start with Python. And here we'll discuss all the fundamentals, all the basics we are going to discuss. So you will not face any problem. But what you need to do is, uh, like when the course is going on, if you every day, if you do practice, only with practice your programming skills will improve. If students are listening the class and if they are not doing practice, then they cannot improve their skills. Only with practice only it is possible. Okay.
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Okay, students, I'm stopping now. And tomorrow we are going to continue with the other basics. So tomorrow we'll see how Python is different from Java. Like about the coding and all, we'll see discuss some basics. Okay. So if you are learning Python, you should know about some other languages also. Differences, yeah, at least differences you should know. Okay. So we'll see what
One
is
more
high level
question.
language. Yeah, yes.
What is the fee structure, and can we do some EMIs on that?
That you have to talk to online team about the fees details and all. So if you are interested, please talk to them. So they will send you email about payment, and they will call to your number also. You can discuss with them. No, it won't have any. They'll give you. They'll tell what possibilities are there.
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, we'll
Okay.
talk to them.
Yeah. Ajit, any doubt? Ajit Kumar, if you want to talk to me, please. Ajit Kumar, here uh, in DURGASOFT, this on this HR and other members are there, so they will be doing this processing here. Like yeah, if any vacancies are there, they will send your mail IDs. They'll inform, or else they'll put the information in their website. Okay, if there are vacancies, opportunities on Java or else on Python, they will inform to you. Okay, so here 100% placement assistance, all they are not providing. Placement means if companies comes to DurgaSoft and if they want the candidates, they will refer, like that they are doing it. Okay, 100% placement assistance means it is I think they are not doing it. Please talk to online team, and uh, they will allow you to talk to HR team, so you can discuss with them. Okay, Ajit. Okay, students, I'm stopping now, and tomorrow we'll continue with the other basics related to other Python related courses. Other basics we are going to see in tomorrow's session. Okay.
Sure, sir. Thank you.